Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Dark Asylum presents the 13 Days of Halloween! Today we're talking about the 2015 horror drama Robert Eggers classic, The Witch. And yes, this was another one of my picks.
You can always tell when it's one of your picks because it's a classic.
It is.
It's the classic lighthouse, the classic witch, the classic...
No, the first couple that you did were classics, too.
Oh, okay. Well. So, yes, it's not the witch, it's the VVitch.
The VVitch.
VVitch.
The VVitch.
Yes.
This is just like anything else that Robert Eggers has done, and it's just like, it's spooky, it's creepy, it's dripping in atmosphere. The ending's kind of dumb, so I like this one a little less than The Lighthouse.
Yeah. You have to tell me the ending because I didn't get to it. I fell asleep 6 times.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding.
You're just saying that.
Okay.
It has Ralph Innocent in it. I can't pronounce his last name. Who has probably the coolest voice in all of Hollywood.
That is true. That and Peter Stormare, but we won't get into that fucking... We won't go down that path right now. Because it would be 5 minutes of The Witch and 35 minutes of Peter Stormare quotes. But yes, his voice is...
The coolest devil on TV.
The what?
I said the coolest devil on TV.
Yeah.
Or on movies, sorry.
In movies, in film.
In film.
So, yeah, you picked two movies from this guy. Did you like the other couple that he's done? The Northman and Nosferatu? Well, he's not.
The Northman's not out yet.
But... Oh, okay.
So I'm waiting on those. I'm sure I'm gonna love them.
Yeah. He's redoing Nosferatu as well.
That'll be weird and cool.
It's in 2024, so the Northman.
What I love, his movies are weird and cool, and yeah, they're a little artsy, but I really enjoy them.
He's very reminiscent of David Lynch.
Yes.
And I think you got to put yourself in the right kind of headspace to enjoy it, because you go into it thinking it's going to be one thing and it comes out not exactly what you're thinking. So, but yeah.
So the basic premise of the movie is it's the early 1600s New England, during that that version of the Satanic Panic where they're burning witches at the stake and all this other shit. For unknown reason, this family gets banished from their settlement. They go out, settle on the frontier, and try to live on their own, but with like mounting paranoia and just like crazy religious beliefs. They start to think that they're being cursed by a witch, and maybe the witch is real, maybe not. Maybe it's this goat.
Yes, the big goat gets some blame.
The goat gets some blame. The woman tries to breastfeed a crow for some reason.
Yes.
It gets weird.
Yeah.
I legit thought that the two small children were little people.
Okay.
Just the way the little girl is shaped, I thought she was a little person. Like a dwarf, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to say midget. Oh God.
No. It's still a word.
Like I said, I love this one. It's creepy. It keeps you guessing. I don't like the ending though.
Right.
Yeah.
So, as a horror pick, this was definitely better than your last one. So I do consider this a horror movie. Very artsy. It was enjoyable at some points. It was just the first time I tried to watch it, it was one of those movies I put it on and I kept falling asleep again, so I didn't get to enjoy it as much as I did this time around. It was one of those that I just put on for background noise and kept falling asleep at like 3 in the morning. during the first time around. This time I was like, fuck, okay, I actually have to watch it. So I got more enjoyment out of it as far as the newer horror. It's not my first pick for like horror movies, but I definitely put it in that genre and did enjoy it.
Okay. With me, it was. I don't. It just seemed like a lot of artsy kind of stuff in between shock incidents. Like, okay, there's the egg with the half chicken in it, and then the dog gets torn apart, and then the goat gets blood milked, and all, shit like that. So it was like, it was just a bunch of like lulls in between the weird shock scenes, But good on Caleb for hitting up that witch. That was good on him, bud. So, it's just like, I saw the witch, I was like, oh damn. I was like, but no boobs, so
That's why I kind of think like, okay, so the ending is Thomasin is like actually a witch, I think, and she gets accepted into the coven.
Uh-huh.
I think the movie would work way better if it was just the family being religious nut jobs and going insane out in the woods.
So
like, because
lighthouse but in the woods.
yeah, because then the lulls make more sense, because you're already creeped out and your imagination's playing with you, so your mind, you're getting blood milk from this goat, another lull, and then the baby disappears, and then another lull, and then the woman's breastfeeding a crow.
Yeah.
And it's just it works better that way, I feel like, because it shows that like being a religious nut job's bad, boredom is bad, but then no, they kind of squander it by like, oh no, she was a witch the whole time.
Yeah, I think it could have ended a lot better. I mean, it was good, the idea, the concept of it. I just don't think it was pulled off as well as it could have been.
When she walks into the woods and they're all floating, and I legit just yelled at my TV, "That's fucking stupid!"
Jay Sherman it right there. It stinks. Jesus. But the girl that played Thomasin, I remember her from New Mutants, where she played Magic, of all fucking characters. So,
that was her.
Yeah, so she's got a thing for being witchy, I guess, or whatever. So that's cool. I mean, teach their own, but yeah. I mean,
remember that part in The Critic where
tangent. Go ahead.
I remember that part in I always remember this one part. I used to love that show. And there's the part where like we're showing Arnold Schwarzenegger as like it was like an action star rabbi.
Yes.
And there's this musical number he doesn't want us to play, so we're gonna play it anyway. Dweedle, 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 I made you all clay. And then they play it, and then they're like, all right, here he is, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And nothing happens, and this little wormy guy comes out and says, Arnold went home. You made him cry.
Yeah.
Anyway, the witch.
The witch, yeah. McBain.
No, McBain was the Simpsons one.
I know, that was the Simpsons version of Schwarzenegger.
Oh, yeah.
So, alright, I know we're going off a tangent here. What do you think of End of Days, which is like probably Schwarzenegger's similar satanic horror movie?
I've actually never seen it.
Okay, never mind then.
I just remember when he was promoting it on
and he's
SmackDown that one time.
Oh yeah.
I just remember that one time he was like on SmackDown promoting it.
He got into it with somebody too, if I remember right. Like he punched somebody or something. They always do that. They bring in a special guest and fucking.
But no, there's like that.
one.
there's this really cheesy part with Stone Cold where he's like, I'm gonna go out there and lay a can of whoop ass on someone just like you did on the devil in your new movie, End of Days. What?
Oh, there's been some shit fucking cross promotion. But yeah.
And then afterwards, I'm gonna have some Steve Weisers. What? Then I'm gonna beat my wife. What?
Oh. Damn. This took a fucking dark turn already. God.
I know, right?
Happy Halloween, everybody.
He did that. That's a thing he did.
I know
That's
he
what
did
your
that.
hero does.
Who's he? What? My hero? What'd you
Yeah.
say?
That's why you shave your head and have a goatee.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, knock this shit off. No, because I love money. That's why. And Goldberg's my favorite. So,
Jesus.
what? Big Money Bill. Come on.
Big Money Bill.
Dollar Bill. What are you talking about? There's so many fucking wrestlers with goatees and shaved heads. For God's sake, man. Anyway, fucking attach me to Stone Cold. Anyway, okay, so back to the witch. What the fuck?
Back to the witch.
Yeah, the witch. There you go.
Ralph Ineson's cool. The dad.
The dad, yeah.
Again,
What is
the
the
coolest
mom's
voice.
been in a lot of stuff and she's never been attractive.
The mom was in Game of Thrones too.
Was she? That's what it
Yeah.
was. She was the one that had the kid sucking on her teat, huh?
Yep.
That's right. I remember. I was like, why did this chick look so familiar, and why am I so off-put by her? Just by seeing her, I don't know why.
Oh yeah, I watched her 13-year-old son like breastfeed.
Yeah, that's what it was. Damn it. It's fucking terrible, man. Maybe watch this shit and relive this shit. Anyway. He's just laughing his ass off. That's what
So
it was. It was all the fucking Game of Thrones people.
I was gonna say I snuck in a movie with 2 Game of Thrones actors.
Yeah, you did. Speaking of which, well, I guess we're not going to go into our... We're in an alternate timeline right now, so we can't talk about anything that's
Yeah.
happening in the real world.
This is our what if episodes.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, there you go. The Witch.
The witch.
If I'm ever gotten a case of insomnia, I'm putting the Witch on.
Probably fuck you guys.
Your severed head rating?
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna go 1.5.
Ouch.
Some of the visuals were okay, but it was a task. Out of all the movies that we watched, this one was probably the hardest for me to get through. Because, like, I don't know if I got attention deficit issues or it just didn't hold my attention for hardly anything.
You're uncultured.
Yeah, oh, I've said that plenty of times. Fuck, I'll go to fucking motocross and shit. I don't care,
I'll go to the truck fights.
We're fucking wrestlers. What the fuck do you think cultured means? God. We're considered the lowest form of entertainment to most people. What the fuck? You're gonna walk around with your pinky out. I watched The Witch. I'm sorry, The Vitch.
Sounds like a hate crime when you say it like that.
Well, it's 2 V's. It's not even a W. And we only have 1 V, and that's more than enough for anyone, right?
That's true.
There you
That's
go.
all we need.
We have 1 big V, and that's all you need.
After the pandemic, he became extra large V.
Oh, and now we have a new nickname.
XLV.
XLV.
What's your head rating on this one, XLV?
I give it a 3.
3. Okay.
Mine's 3.5.
3.5. All right. Wow. This is your pick, and Brainscan got a bigger pop at you than the Vitch.
If it wasn't for the ending, like I would have taken the goat being the bad guy,
Always blame the goat.
even though the goat was basically the goat basically pulled a Willem Dafoe from The Lighthouse, where the dad was just kind of chilling, and then suddenly the goat pops out. The wife is mine! And stab the fuck out of him.
The fuck? There you go. All right, so there's your severed heads for the Vitch. What's your question? Halloween question. What do you got?
Which urban legend creeps you out the most?
Ooh.
For me, I'll get started while you guys think. For me, it's always been, since we live in the Pacific Northwest, it's always been Sasquatch. Because for some reason, I have that vivid imagination shit where, like, I'll be driving home, and a large part of my drive home from work, it's at midnight. I just closed down a bar, and I drive through, like, dark farmlands, and for some reason the scariest thing to me is a giant monkey man just walking out in the fucking road
And taking me passionately into the woods and raping me. Oh, you smell like Sasquatch dick. Oh. Yeah, Sasquatch is kind of fucked up, but
give me that Sasquatch dick, daddy.
Jesus.
I have some books to give you, by the way, if you want to talk about sex with cryptids.
Sex with cryptids.
Jesus. I'm trying to think, like, urban legend. You find it like biting into some kind of candy and getting a fucking razor blade to the gums and fuck me up. I would hate that shit.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I ain't checking candy for fucking drugs. And then I go to take a bite and I'm like, oh boy, I'm checking for razor blades.
Yeah. I mean, it started off as an urban legend and then some dipshit decided to fucking do it, so I guess now it's not a fucking to try and off his kids and get away with it. That was fucking stupid.
Well,
So
the whole thing about checking your candy and stuff all started back with this guy who fucking drugged his kids with pixie sticks.
Yes.
So he fucking took the pixie sticks, put fucking anthrax or whatever in it. Fucking it was his son, his daughter, and a neighbor kid. And the son died, and they found out it was the father because the father, like, days prior fucking put like this like large fucking claim on his kids, like fucking insurance claim, and he was having money problems and shit, and fucking killed off his fucking son to try to get a fucking buck.
Jesus, that's fucked. There's a couple of things like what's the other one around Halloween time, like the person that hangs himself and everyone thinks it's like a yard fucking prop.
Oh, didn't that actually happen?
Yeah, that's another one of those ones that was actually legit. So it's not an urban legend, but you're just like, what the fuck? They just left this dude hanging for like 3 weeks past fucking Halloween because they thought it was a prank.
It's happened that, well, there's that people's houses. There's been haunt attractions where it's happened.
Well, yeah, they're accidental hangings and stuff. Like,
Dude was fixing the fucking rigging and shit and fucking slipped and got hung, and everybody thought it was real until it started smelling.
yeah. Everyone thinks it's funny until it smells. Yeah, that one's bad too.
That creeps me out about haunted houses. That really, that's what creeps me out. Going to these
One of these
places.
might be a real body.
Well, yeah, not only that, but think about it. You go walking through, and one of these actors fucking kills somebody, and just leaves it there, and everybody's walking past it thinking it's just a prop.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
As far as like cryptids and shit, I mean, Bigfoot's one of them, but Mothman's pretty fucked up too. I remember reading about Mothman, but yeah, I don't like that one either. It's this weird fucking moth that's human-sized. It's like,
I got an erotic story about the Mothman. If you want to hear it.
no, that's, I mean,
No, like urban legends. If we're talking about like ghosts and like Bigfoots and stuff, it's the stories that you always hear about driving down the road and somebody like a long time ago died and they end up in your back seat, so you're not supposed to look at them. You're supposed to just keep driving.
I legit, like, when I'm driving through, still to this day when I'm driving through like creepy like farmland, I don't look in the rearview mirror.
yeah. So, in California, there's this urban legend where I was from. if you, the story goes that there was a bus full of kids, and the bus went over the ledge on this like little road, and all the kids in the bus and stuff died. But the legend is, if you go to this road and you put your car in neutral, the kids will push your car up the hill to get you to safety, or depending on who you talk to push you off the side.
And they have one, and I was just listening to a podcast that it's like debunked, but it was a train track.
Yeah.
And the bus got hit, all these kids died. So if you go there and you park in neutral, they push you to safety. And if you put talcum powder on the back, you'd see like fingerprints.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing was, I guess it was the road was just off kiltered, so your car would naturally roll, and they actually fixed that area, and it won't do it anymore. And then the guy said, no shit, if you put talcum powder on the back of your trunk, there's guaranteed to be fingerprints.
Yeah. So that's one of those urban legends that, you know, every town's got it, you know.
Every town has a bus full of kids that died somewhere, and something happens.
Bus full of kids are just getting fucked up all over this country. No, the one I heard about that was like that was in Burkittsville, Maryland.
Oh,
where I guess the area was they had a big Civil War battle, and if you go to this one certain hill and put your car in neutral, then Civil War ghosts will push your car up the hill.
Yeah,
like they're pushing up cannons.
Yeah, there's all kinds of like, and it's funny because someone will find that weird spot in town that, have you ever been to those mystery shacks where like you'll be sitting in a chair and they'll have this table and they'll put like a pool ball on the table or something and it'll roll up and you're like, what the hell? That's amazing.
Oh,
I mean,
like the Oregon Vortex?
Yeah, something like, I mean, every place has got one. They used to have one at Knott's Berry Farm. I don't know if it's even still there. But they would have like optical illusions and shit like that where it felt like you were sitting on stable ground and it was actually up to a slant and you couldn't tell. And it was like, someone finds that place in every town and then makes that story up about that place in town. So, but yeah, you put it neutral and it rolls all on its own. You're on a fucking hill. So it's just like, oh, the ghosts, oh, you know. But yeah, that urban legend's always fun. So, like I said, I'm coming from someplace else, but we all have the same fucking urban legends. So
we need to find one for Oregon.
Lafayette, the town not far from here. The old cemetery is like super duper haunted. Mm-hmm. And it's because they had a witch back in the 1800s that they hung, and she cursed the town of Lafayette that the town would burn down 3 times. And the town is legit burned down twice.
So
and
waiting for one more.
I guess the old cemetery is like super duper haunted, and people will they'll get chased out of there. You're not allowed to go there if it's trespassing. But like people will get like scratches on their back and shit like that. That's an Oregon one. No bus full of kids died.
No, but every state and place has one of those stories too. Because there was one in New Orleans, that this lady was
bus full of kids died.
No, a lady was accused of being a witch, and she said, if you kill me in 4 years, this town will burn. And they killed her because they found a mutilated kid nearby. And 4 years later, the town fucking torched. So
there you go.
Where's the bus full of kids, though?
It's got to be a bus full of kids, or else it's not legit. Anyway, so anything else? I mean,
yeah, I think we're done.
We're done with the VVitch.
The VVitch.
The VVitch. Sounds like I got a like extreme stutter when I say it. The VVitch.
VVitch.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. There's the VVitch. Everyone, yeah. See you in the next episode.
See you tomorrow.